All right, guys, gals. So, if you all, let's see. So I moved the test to Wednesday.
Oh, thank God.
I know most of you are upset about this.
Wait, what? There's a test?
Yeah, fine.
No, it's not the final.
Sawyer, shut up.
I just pranked you.
All right, so Wednesday's our last test. Now, a few things about our last test. We made it all multiple choice.
Oh, thank God.
Now, the great thing about multiple choice is it's real easy for me to grade because you either got it right or you got it wrong. Woo!
So there's no
Right. The nice thing about multiple choice is the answer is there. You just have to figure out which one it is. So,
You're gonna make it like confusing answers.
yes, I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have them in different colors.
Ooh, different like languages.
Yep. So we have the following between now and the end. So I'm happy to review whatever you want me to review on chapter 11.
Oh, check.
I will say I'll say we'll do 15 minutes of this today, and we'll do 15 minutes of it tomorrow. So what do we do for the remainder of the time? I would say you probably should be looking at your review in the back sections. Okay. So what's good to look at as far as the review? So, the hard thing with the on a final exam is do what you know how to do and get it perfect, and then anything else you get correct, awesome. Yes.
So it's a two-part final like it was last semester.
I have it as one part.
It's just all on the last day, right?
Is it multiple
Because I'm not gonna
choice?
be here
On Friday this coming week, this like two days from now, we're just reviewing that day. I'll record for you.
Wait,
Sawyer.
Is it gonna be all like multiple choice, or is it going to be like a few?
Little bit of this and that.
Okay.
All right, so I am at the chapter 11 review. So remember, I'll give you 15 minutes today and 15 tomorrow for the chapter 11 review. What questions might you have come across on the chapter 11 review? Excuse me, I have pickups. Yeah. Is it on the? All right, let's look at problem number 9, just in case. All right. So problem number 9 from the review. I think this is how we should approach this. I know. We're just looking at the review because we have the test. That's all we're doing. I'm not collecting any more homework. So for those who haven't done anything all year long, this is not their grade. I'm going to sprint the last 10 feet of the race to try and win.
You should give me extra credit.
Yeah, I'll get right on it, buddy. All right, this is number 9 from the review. You got the dude Paul, and Paul is 6 feet tall. Sorry, and he weighs 220 pounds. Okay. He is hit with a shrink ray that reduces him proportionally. I have a sneeze. Just 3 feet in height. Shh. So something takes place. Put him at 3 feet.
Bless you.
One more. Nope.
Oh.
All right. So let's think about how we would do this one.
110 pounds.
Let's think out how we do this one. So we're dealing with proportion. So a height is just a linear distance. But a weight, this is like a 3-dimensional thing. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 6 and raise it to the 3rd power over 220. And I'm going to take the 3 and raise that to the 3rd power and put it over x. Is that okay? This is why I'm doing it this way. A weight is a 3-dimensional. It's like a volume. Okay? A volume to the third power. So 6 to the third power is 216 over 220. And then 3 to the third is 27 over x. And it would be awesome if you had a calculator to help me on this because I can't do it all in my head. I'm sorry. So 216 times x is 216x. And 220 times 27, I don't know how much that is. What is it? 5,000 exactly?
No.
X is 27.5 after you.
Okay. Someone help me with that.
5,940.
5,940 divided by the 216. And I get what?
27.
27 what?
0.5
Pounds, right? LBS. So, being this person shrank, we have to understand that we have to change the linear to a cubic, and you do that by cubing it. Ben, you have a question?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
10A.
10?
Or just
10 18. All right. All right. Number 10, we got find x. Okay, so we have this three-dimensional object. I'm just going to draw what we know here. We have this three-dimensional object. I'm just going to draw what we have here. We know that this has a volume of 200, and this has a volume of question mark. Okay, being both of those are linear, this is a linear amount, I have to cube it. So I'm going to go 8 to the third over the 200 equals 2 to the third over the question mark. Okay, 8 to the third is, I believe, 512 over 200, and 2 to the third is 8 over question mark. So I get 512, question mark is equal to 1,600 divided by 512, 3 point something, I think.
It's 3.125.
Is that what the answer says?
Yeah.
Sweet. And then letter B, on letter B, 10B, you have this shape twice.
That's a funny looking shape.
Yeah. It's a lampshade, I'll take that. Okay, again, we have a linear amount. So there's two ways we could do this. I could take the cube root of each of these to put it in a linear part. So I'd have the third root of 8, basically, and then x over the third root of 64. So that would give me 10 over 2 equals x over 8. Some of you might be saying, well, where did the pi go? If I set them equal to each other in a ratio, they're going to cancel each other out, so I don't have to really worry about it. So this is going to then give me, what is that, 2x is equal to 80, so x is equal to 40.
Good stuff, good stuff.
No, it's not. It's not 8.
It's what?
It's not 8 because it's the
Oh!
cube root.
Oh! It should be 4 right here, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a 4. So where did that 4 go? That should be a 40.
20.
And that's a 20. Is that what the answer said?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm happy about that. Sorry about that. Few more. Yeah. 11. Find the number of vertices, edges, faces of each figure. Okay, so problem number 11, we are using Euler. So what was that?
It's like E plus 2.
Find it in your notes. I can't remember what it is. Sorry, I'm not that smart.
E plus 2.
E plus 2
E plus 2 equals F plus B squared.
equals what?
F plus B.
Okay. So the edges, if I add 2 to the edges, that'll equal to the faces plus the vertices. Okay, which are the corners. Okay? So a prism, pentagon. All right. Hey, so quick question. If you can draw this do you think you would be able to figure out the number of edges, number of faces, the number of vertices? A vertex 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So there's 10 of those. Faces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? It's top, bottom, and all the laterals. And then E plus 2. Well, I wonder, so we have faces of 7, B is that. So it should be we have 15 edges. Do we? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Sweet. So can you count it sometimes? Can you draw it, count it? Sure. What about a cube? How many faces does a cube appear to have? How many vertices? How many corners? 8. And then our edges, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many edges? 1, 2, 4, 4, 8. 12? Well, I got to.
Yeah, 12.
12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Octagonal. Octagon. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So, how many vertices would this bad boy have? You have 8 down here and 1 up top. So you have? 9. Cool. How many faces? I have 8 around and then the bottom. So how many edges I have? I have 8 around. I have 8 on each. So I got 16. 16 edges. Okay, would that work? 9 plus 9 is 18. 16 plus 2 is 18. Sweet, it does work. Yep. 8.
Find the volume of each solid.
Okay. All right. This is both of those make what? A whole sphere. So the volume of a sphere is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. Is that okay? And then our cylinder is going to be pi r squared height, right? So number 8, let's see. We know that we have that being 3. So 3 could also come this way. So then the whole distance here is 18. So that means if I have 3 going this way and 3 going this way, this has to be 12, right? So then let's figure out the volume of the sphere. So I get 4/3 pi r cubed. So radius, that's 27 divided by 3. That's 9. That's 36 pi is the volume of our sphere. And then of our cylinder, I have pi r squared. So that's 9 times the height. What's that? 12 is cool. 9 times 12 is 108. Is that right? So then if I add 108 pi and 36 pi, I wind up with 144 pi cubic units. Is that what the answer says? I hope. Yo, D.
We do number 4. Or, I mean 4.
Number 4?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Number 4. All right, we have this upside down ice cream cone. They tell us that here to here is 5, so that right there is my radius. And the entire from here to here is 12. Is that all right? So we have to remember we're finding the surface area. finding the lateral area and the surface area. And just the surface area for number 4. All right, so the surface area. All right, so we have half of a sphere. So if I wanted to find the whole sphere, the surface area is 4 pi r squared. Do you agree? If I wanted to have half a sphere, I'm going to divide it by 2. So that's going to give me 2 pi r squared. So I know my r is 5, so that's 25. So this is going to be 50 pi. Okay. Am I worried about the circle here?
No.
No. Okay. And if I wanted to find the volume of a cone, or the lateral surface area of the cone, what do I have? Pi r. What?
It's times the lateral.
So that's the lateral, so that's got to be pi RL, correct? Do I have L? No, I don't have the slant height. I do know that this is a 5, and this is a 12, and that's a right angle. So that's got to be my 5, 12, 13. So my L has got to be 13. So I get pi times R, which is 5, times 13. So then that's 65 pi. If I add 65 and 50 pi together, 115 pi square units. Is that the right answer? Yay, nay, I don't know.
So for the volume of this, would you have to include the circle that's in between the cone and sphere?
No, if it asks for the volume of the whole, did it ask for the volume?
No.
Okay. If it did ask for the volume, you're finding the volume of half a sphere, and then you're adding it to the 1/3 base times height. So the base is the area of the circle. You'd have to say pi r squared, so you get 25 pi times the height 12.
Okay.
Cool, and then 1/3 of that. Yo.
Can we go over number
2. All right, find the surface area for number 1 and both the lateral area and surface area for number 2. Okay. That's 4. Doing what I can. All right. So if that's 4, then this right here has to be 3, which means, and I'm just trying to solve here, which means that slant height L has to be 5. Is that okay? I don't know if I needed that yet or not. All right. So if I'm going to find the lateral area, it's a triangle. So I have area is equal to 1/2 base times height. So 1/2. My base of my triangle is 6. My height is actually the lateral height,
Yeah, 5. What am I saying?
right? Does that make sense?
I said 5 first.
How many triangles do I have then?
4.
I have 4 of them,
So 30.
because I have 4 triangles, right?
15 times 4.
Do what? 15 times 4, so 60
Yeah.
square units. That's the lateral. And then if I ask for the total surface area, the surface area at the bottom is just a square, so that's 6 by 6, so that's going to be 36 square units. And if I add those together, I'm going to wind up with 96 square units for the total surface area, where this is just the lateral. Make sense? I need a timeout. I gotta pop something. My back. That was my elbow. Hi. Hi again. Oh, I got a kink in my back. It's killing me. I can't pop it.
I can drop kick you if you want.
Yeah.
Sawyer.
Will you guys all walk on my back?
Not a good idea.
Again, I'll drop kick.
Come on, Johnny, you go first.
Not a good idea.
Johnny will break you.
Yeah.
That'd be all right. Johnny's got golf cleats on. All right, any other questions off this? All right, we'll review 15 more minutes tomorrow on that part. So, where I want to turn to now is I want to go a little bit beyond our stuff. No, not beyond that. So,
Can you do that weird thing with the dimensions again? No.
sure,
You can make a dimension.
because I won't test you on that. So, what do you think? We have second semester review 1. Second semester review 1. There's 1 through 14. It's a front and a back.
How do you find the geometric mean?
Geometric mean.
It's
Good.
A over
Oh
X
my
equals
God.
X over mean.
So geometric mean works this way. It's x over a equals b over x. So then you get x squared equals a times b. So then x would equal square root of ab.
So so for 4 it'd be like x over 5 equals
20 over x.
and then x squared is 100, so 10.
X would be your unknown.
No.
So any questions on 1 through 14 of our review? Yo. 6? 6b. All right. I'll just do all of number 6 because it'll probably all build into itself. All right. L, M, N, X, C. Okay. So they tell us triangle PQR is similar. So this angle and this angle are the same. Q is, so obviously this and this are the same. And then this angle here and this angle are the same. Is that okay so far? So we remember when things are similar, we have to look at the order of the letters. That tells you how the corners would be the same. That also then would refer to you saying that PQ, so from PQ to here. Okay? So I know that that's the ratio of 15 over Z. Okay? I also know that QR to here is going to be 36 to 12. But then I also know that I have y over 13 for my hypotenuse. So what is my scale factor? Which one of those tells me my scale factor? 36 over 12. So this is my scale factor. So my scale factor is going to be 3 to 1. Okay, how do I get that? I reduce the fraction. It's 3 over 1, which then I could write as 3 colon 1. So that's my scale factor. Find the values of x, y, and z.
Y is 39.
So y is 39. You could just use the Pythagorean theorem because it's right triangle. Z is 5. Again, Pythagorean theorem is going to work for you on that. And then what was the last thing? X? Oh, okay.
39. Well, I mean, y is 39.
So if that's 23 degrees as well, 23 added to what gives me 90? 67. Sweet.
Wait, how do you know it's 20? Oh, because the angle's different.
Yep. And then find the perimeter of each triangle. Oh. Well, if you're going to find the perimeter, add this plus this plus this. And then add this plus this plus this. And there's your 2 perimeters. Okay? Is that all right? Yeah.
Can you do
Which one?
one?
1. All right. Do a little. The measure of an angle. Okay, that's good. I can see it. Remember that one. All right, so we have this triangle. I don't know if it's right, but my ratio is 1x, 4x, 5x. Those are my ratios. Is that okay so far? How I stated that? Yeah. So then I get 10x is equal to 180.
X equals
18. So that means that this angle has to be 18 degrees. This angle has to be 72 degrees. Is that right? Did I do that right? A couple of you are screwing around a little too much. I'm about ready to dismiss you. Not the whole class, just those who don't want to be here. And then this would have to be 90, I believe. Is that right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
What else from our... Yeah.
So for numbers 2 and 3, do you just cross multiply?
Yep.
11.
11. Do you need either of those then, or are you okay on cross multiply? Huh? Number 11. Okay. So we can go through and being we have this shared side here and then these angles, that means that I could go opposite of this is x, opposite of this is 3, and then 2x plus 1 over 8 cross multiply, so I get 8x equals 6x plus 3. Subtract that, I get 2x equals 3. So x equals 3 over 2, and I don't even know what that one was asking. Solve for x. Okay. Did I do it? 11? Sweet.
Okay, how do you do 12 then?
How do I do 12 then? Okay, so 12 is a great one because you're sharing the one angle, but you have the parallel lines. So that's x plus 4, that's x plus 1, that's x plus 2, and that's x plus 6. Okay, so what you have to recognize is, let's take this over this, so that's the small over the small, equals, how long is this whole side?
2x plus
2x plus 5, there you go. How long is this whole side?
2x plus 8.
2x plus 8. So now we can cross multiply them. So I have x plus 1, 2x plus 8 is equal to x plus 2, and 2x plus 5. Four letter F word in math. FOIL, that's right. Let's see, that's going to give me 2x squared plus 8x plus 2x plus 8 is equal to this one. That's going to give me 2x squared outside plus 5x plus 4x plus 10, right? The 2x, these are canceled on both sides, so I get 10x over here plus 8 equals 9x plus 10. Move the 9x over by subtracting, so I get x. Move the 8 over by subtracting, so I get 2. So x equals 2. Is that all we had to do? Sweet. Yeah. 7.
Wait, Joe,
Yes.
on that one, does it matter which one you do in red? So like you did x plus 1 over x plus 2, did you do x plus 4 over x plus 6?
You can't do x plus 4 over x plus 6 because that's, think about what this shape right here would be. This would be a trapezoid. You want these similar triangles, so you have the small triangle and the large triangle.
Okay.
That's why we have the whole side given. What was one of, I'm sorry? 7. Sorry, horn beeped outside, might be your mom.
I hope so.
My mom is Spanish.
She's got a loud horn.
Sure she is. I like
Alright. So these triangles, they're overlapped. So you have a small triangle and a big triangle. So I can go, let's see. I guess I could say 3 over y. So I got this over this. Okay, then equals that, which is 9, over this, which is
8y.
8 plus
Eight
8 plus y, right?
That's what I'm hearing.
It's not 8y, it's not 8 times y. So cross multiply, so I get 9y equals 24 plus 3y. Subtract 3y, so I get 6y equals 24. So y equals 4. Is that okay so far? So now if I know this is 4, let's see, other things I could do, I could then set up this ratio, 3 to x. So
Or would it be
over 9 to 16.
Oh, 'cause it's always a big triangle. small
Yes. So that's what, 9x equals 48. X is equal to what?
Don't listen.
That was a drill.
It's no.
48 over 9, which is, I don't know. 3 goes into both. 16 over 3, so that's 5 1/3 maybe. I don't know which answer they gave. Hopefully one of those. Number 7,
Yep, it's
16 over 3, sweet. How do we feel about that?
You're feeling alright.
So what about, let's take a look. We have quite a few reviews, right? So why don't we go over for the last bit, review number 2. Anything there you would like to take a look at? So this will be coming from review number 2. Yeah, 2. And this will be 12. 12. Find the area and the perimeter. So things I know that's got to be a 30. So if I come backwards this way, I'm going to divide by root 3. So that becomes 4 root 3 over 3. Then my hypotenuse has to be double that, so my hypotenuse is then 8 root 3 over 3. So my area is going to become base times 1/2 base times height. So my area is 1/2. My base is going to be 4. My height can be 4 root 3 over 3. So that's 2. So I get 8 root 3 over 3 square units. And then my perimeter would just be adding things up. So I'm going to get 12 root 3 over 3 plus 4. I can reduce that to become 4 root 3 plus 4 units, and that's my perimeter. What did I do? I swear you're talking to me. Sweet, got the answer. Yeah.
Number 17.
17. Use trig solve for x. Okay. They're trying to tell you that this is 50. And this is okay.
Oh, so you just.
So if this length right here is 50, so if I talk about this angle, this would be an opposite side. So I get opposite over adjacent. So I get tangent 21 equals opposite over 50. So 50 tan 21. If you have a calculator in degrees, that would be awesome. So that would just be this opposite. Anyone got a calculator? 50 tan 21. It's in degrees. How much? 19.19. So 19.19. So now let's do this one. So I'm going to use this. So I have this as my opposite, and this is my adjacent. So again, I can use tangent. So I get now tangent 17 is equal to opposite over 50. So 50 tan 17 equals opposite.
15.28.
How much?
15.28.
15.28. So if I'm finding x, I'm going to add 19.19 to 15.28.
34.47.
Thank you. Is that all right?
What about like log cosines and log sines?
Is that on this review yet?
I don't-
We might not have seen it yet. This is just regular sine and cosine. So I don't know if we have. Anything else from review number 2? Yeah. 19. A man in a 150-foot tall lighthouse sees a ship with an angle of depression of 8 degrees. How far is the ship from the base of the lighthouse? Okay. So we have a guy that's looking down and he sees the boat, right? So things we have to realize. If he looks out straight this way, that's your horizontal. This is your angle of depression. Okay? Which means that's a 90-degree angle. This angle of depression, this line is parallel to this line. That means the angle of depression is the same. Those have to be the same because those are alternate interior angles, right? And let's see. This is 150 foot tall. We're assuming that we're not accounting his height. And the angle of depression is 8. So if that's 8 here, this has to be 8 here. So I have to find that. How far is the boat from the base of the lighthouse? So SOHCAHTOA works. Let's see. I have an opposite and an adjacent. Opposite and adjacent are tangent. So I get tangent 8 degrees equals 150 over the question mark. So I get question mark tangent of 8 if we do a little algebra. So then I get question mark is equal to 150 over tan 8. Again, if your calculator is in degrees, awesome. 150 divided by tan 8 is big old 1,000 what? 1,067.3. 31 feet. Sweet. So that's how far the boat is from the base of the lighthouse. Question, Casey? Doing all right? Yo. 14. So 14. We're trying to find the angle. Sorry about that. All right. All right. All right. So my angle here. What are these sides in relation? That's a hypotenuse. What side's this? Adjacent. So adjacent over hypotenuse is what? Cosine. Right? So I have cosine x is equal to 12 over 15. How do I find the angle? What was the trick?
Second.
Yeah. In order to undo this, I need to do second cosine of both sides. So I get x equals second cosine of 12 over 15. For those of you who are saying, oh, can I reduce it first? Yes, it's still the same answer. So what's second cosine of 12 divided by 15? How much? 36.87 or so. 87. So that's how much that angle in there. All right. So I want to give you guys and girls the opportunity. So we have chapter 11 review that we've been going through, and again tomorrow I'll give you 15 minutes on it. And so far for the final exam review, we have taken a look at number 1 and number 2. But what I need you all to do is, if you go back through those and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm totally stuck on this, we need to figure out a number. So we'll have some time to do that tomorrow as well. So my goal for tomorrow is we'll cover this. Any last minute questions on that? That way you will be prepared for Wednesday. Go over any last minute questions here. And I'd like to be able to, tomorrow, hit numbers 3 and number 4 on the review as well. So if you would, make sure you take a look at it. I know that today it was we were probably cold on going over the review, meaning some of you are like, oh, I'm just going to ask about this one that I didn't even try it yet. And then, so then Thursday, we should be able to get done with 5 and 6. Friday, we'll have any last minute questions as far as the review goes. And then, depending upon what period is this? 5th?
We're the last one.
Dude, we are the very last final?
Yeah.
You mean I'm the last person you see before summer?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's so awesome. I'm glad Eugene's happy because I'm happy too.
No,
Yo,
you're not.
Prep periods like mandatory?
No.
do what?
Do you have to come to the prep periods?
No, they're not
No,
mandatory.
because there's no way the teacher's working the opposite.
Prep periods are not-
I don't know.
I have 7 off, so like,
She doesn't have learner six.
So you want to sleep in? So I'll just say this: if they make us mark people absent, if you're not here during the prep period, I'll mark you absent. I mean, but
You can't, there's no way of doing it.
well, thank you,
No,
Mr.
you have to be
Computer
excused. They're-
Tech
they do-
person.
it's on the-
No, that
I know,
last
JC,
year.
I actually went to a single prep period last year and it didn't
Yeah,
impact my
same.
attendance. No, I didn't get
I-
it, but I called and I had to call you.
I will just say this, Sam. This might help you.
Yeah.
Is that prep period of period 5, that last day of finals, is there any way, shape, or form that I'm going to be able to cram any information, share any secrets about the class? And the answer is no. My whole idea on that prep period is I'm not answering anybody's questions on that prep period. You should already have all your stuff figured out,
But you're still gonna get.
you know.
Do we have to copy the
Well, that's what we're trying to decipher. Supposedly. I mean, it's a time that you are, if you are not here, we are, as teachers, are required to mark you absent. So, but as far as my class goes, you're not going, there's not going to be any, yeah, I'm not answering any questions then. I'm like,
Yeah. Okay.